everyone, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. I posted a post on YouTube saying that my file got corrupted, but I found it again. I'm going to try this again to see if I can get it to work. And if so, obviously you're seeing this. This is the second layout that I'm making for the month of July. I'm using my favorite ever Millie and June paper. It's the only full sheet I have. I have some scraps of the other. You see me cutting it right there. Yes, I am going to cut out one of the V's from it. And I'm just going to use all the colors that are there except for that mint green, which is the color of my background. Now, when I mentioned the background paper before in my intro to the kit, I mentioned that it's textured, and it is. And I wasn't sure how I was going to put it all together, but as you can see, I put it on some white cardstock to kind of let it pop out a little bit. I want a little bit more focus on that because, the stripe is very bold and I didn't want it to be overpowering. And the photo is pretty, it's kind of bland. Is that the best way? It's neutral. Maybe that's the best way to describe it. It is very neutral. And I just needed a nice balance. I wanted the focus to be on the photo because this is a key to my daughter's first apartment. She's never lived on her own before, and I wanted to make sure that I document her first place that she got. I'm so proud of her. She is living her best life right now. She's living in the same town as me, and I see her maybe once a month or so. Yeah, she's really enjoying living on her own, which is, new for her. She's never lived alone before. So she did admit that she does get lonely at times, and, we're all a phone call away, and, she can come over as long as I'm around. As you know, with me being in school, my schedule is just really tight, but I do try to make time, to be with her. So this little cluster that I'm trying to build up here in the corner, I absolutely hate. It is not going at all in the direction that I was wanting. I absolutely hate this. So I pull out my color bins. And the first color bin that I pull out is my pink one. And I'm just kind of going through, okay, first, let me say, no one has said anything negative, but I totally understand if this is not your thing. This is the way that I like to put all my embellishments together. And this is not all of them. Believe me, it's not all of them. But I like to have it color coded, and I like to have the mix of, I have some chipboard, I have stickers, I have embellishments, I have like circles that I have punched out. I have a variety, and if the main color is in this particular bin, if it's red or pink, it goes into this bin. So I like to touch everything. I don't know. It takes a long time to go through everything, but you know what? I'm okay with it. To me, this isn't a race. I'm not in a big hurry. I do this because I love it. So I'm just kind of playing and kind of checking and doing my thing. Anyway, so that was that. So I'm just pulling out the things that I think would go. Anything that is a dark pink or hot pink, those are the things that my eye is focusing on and I'm trying to pull out. I did pull out a couple of those butterflies. I'm looking for a third one. I've had them for years, but I think I used them all up. I probably had about a dozen or more. And I don't remember where I got them, but I tell you what, they are perfect for this. Okay, now, so I'm so out of breath after talking about this. I want my largest and cluster to be over here on the right side. And when I get something large like that, I need to have a foundation piece that is rather large. I was looking at, that big circle that it was a cocoa vanilla paper that I had cut into a circle. It didn't go with what I was looking for, but I did find that library card, and I got that from Nicole Jones. from her store. I had signed up for one of her classes, and it included a couple of these PDF files. So I definitely love this. I also have it in blue, and I think I might have it in green as well. Anyway, so I built up this cluster over here on the right side, and I am loving it. And I'm looking for things to put in the upper left-hand corner, and I'm not happy with what I have so far. It's just kind of the beginning. And guess what? I pull out my second. I only have two. I only have two pink and red bins. The other colors, I only have one. I absolutely love pink, and with having three girls, yeah, I'm going to have a lot of pink, and I just kind of gravitate towards that. I do pull in another color. I'll show you that in just a moment because I get a little tired of looking for things in this one. So I want to change the pace, and I get another color, and I'm choosing the blue. Now, this bin has all different shades of blue. I don't think I can find exactly the shade that's in that V stripe, but I do end up, I think it's a navy color. You'll see here in just a minute. It's going to be a large circle, larger than the one that I was holding in my hand. I thought about this, and it had too much white space on it. I didn't like that because I knew I was still going to have something on top of that. And, when I introduce a new color, I certainly need to have it in all three areas. So I do pull out a couple of small words. The one over by the key says the word smile, and the one on the right side says good times. And I know that good times came from Ellie Studio, and I've had that for years. So this is the large piece that I decided on for this cluster base. I cover up all the words. You're not going to be able to see the words, and I'm not, yeah, I probably wouldn't use it with the words on it anyway, so I'm okay with that. Now, I do trim out that little, it's like a speech bubble. It is from Pink Paisley. It says something about new beginnings on it. I finished trimming it out so that it looks decent. So I'm liking the way this is going. Now I have to mention, and I do apologize, I do this a lot. I get to looking at it and I add a ton of sequins. There is going to be a photo of the layout at the end, and just check it out. You'll be able to see all of the sequins that I add to it. Now the sequins, I'll just tell you now, the sequins are in a silver tin that I got from Tuesday Morning a couple years ago, and I think it's like Mermaid, something like that. I don't really know the name of them. I don't know the manufacturer. I don't know anything. It is filled with different color shades of blue and green, and there's white, and there's translucent, and there's all the colors, and everything that was in that is what I added to this layout. All right, back to what you can see presently. The little birdhouse that I just put down, of course, you saw me put some foam tape on that. I found that to be extremely representative of my daughter's place because she has a couple of, not birdhouses, but bird feeders. And because her kitty cat is with her, it's a kind of a form of entertainment of her being able to see the birds. And this little round piece here, if you were watching it, it just kind of flopped onto my page. And sometimes whenever something like that happens, in my mind, it's like jumping out that it wants to be on that layout. So that is how it ended up on this page. And I love the way, I put the circle, it was a round element with, it was just a paper punch of a floral design, and I went ahead and put that on the back, kind of trimmed it out to make it, like it was part of the circle, and I put the butterfly inside. Now, these butterflies are made out of felt, and in my experience, if you use wet glue, it's just going to get absorbed into the felt, so I always use glue dots to put anything with felt down. Make sure you check out the other ladies that are part of the Mini Kit Monday group. I know that Kathy and Dolly have videos for today. And check out our Facebook group. I have links below in this video. There's going to be some changes going on, and we want to make sure that you're up to date. So be looking for that, okay? All right, let's go ahead and just finish up this last little cluster here. I try to do just one at a time. And of course, I'm doing the largest one for last. I'm just trying to put everything together, making sure that I have all the colors, and I like to have a little bit of round in every cluster. For some reason, round is very friendly. Sometimes I like to make sure that there's hearts. I don't think there's any hearts on this one. I just have one star, but that's okay. I don't have to have stars on all of them this time because that star is so faint. It's not very prominent. That word love was actually a, I don't know, transparent sticker. And I just left it on the backing sheet and just cut it out so you could read it. And this high is actually from, let's see, Freckle Fawn. And the top part came off, the one with the color on it. So I had to glue that on. So that's why, I'm doing funky things. All right, so now I'm thinking what to do next. Yep, so I'm thinking of my title. So I'm using this Vicky Bouton alpha. I have lots and lots and lots of it. And I'm thinking of, my first thought for this was the key to my first place. But I'm like, oh my gosh, it sure is a long title. Yeah, then I thought, how about just my first place? Thinking maybe it would fit down below, but it doesn't. I move everything up to the top where I'm placing it now, right on top of the photo. I do have to glue this down with wet glue. Those are not sticky at all. You'll find, if you haven't already, that if you get chipboard alpha like this, the stickiness just doesn't last, or any chipboard, to be honest with you. So just go ahead and just put wet glue on it. Okay, just like before when I wanted the blue throughout, I wanted to make sure that I have a little bit of black everywhere. And I put the year down, of course, and the little black element that I put over here on this side is like a little asterisk. Now that is a Vibes. I'm going to use this as my splatters. It's called Don't Rain on, let's see, I can't even read it, on my parade. And at first I thought it was going to be a gray, but it's actually a blue. But you're not going to tell, you're not going to really tell, especially from the photo. You're not going to tell. I do kind of dab up some of the color so that it's not so vibrant. And yes, I know I get it on my desk, and my desk is wood, but for whatever reason, this is a water base. So I go ahead and just clean it up. So there it is at the end. And see the sequins? Okay, guys, I will see you guys next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.